So E3 2019 kicks off in a little less than 2 weeks from now. Or does it? I mean, how do we know E3 isn't going on right now? Because honestly, I'm not so sure anymore, with the news that's been dropping today and the week just started. A bunch of gaming news has been broken today in terms of upcoming reveals. There's going to be a Pokemon Sword and Shield Nintendo Direct dropping next week that has nothing to do with E3. To put that in a little bit of perspective, Microsoft's E3 presentation is on June 9th, 4 days after this Pokemon Direct, and Nintendo's own E3 Direct is June 11th, 2 days after that. I would go as far to say Nintendo is actually kicking off E3 with this Sword and Shield Direct. And maybe for you, that's too far away. I can hear your chubby little fingers typing away. Shy Guy, that's cool and all, but yeah, that's still a ways off. I wish we were getting some Pokemon news sooner than that. Well, you're in luck if that's you. The Pokemon Company has announced that there will also be a Pokemon press conference taking place at 6 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, May 28th. Tomorrow as in the day after today. This is going to be like the one they did last year where they revealed a few smaller Pokemon games as well as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but they've said not to expect much on Sword and Shield as they do have that Direct coming dedicated to those games only. So this will probably be mostly smaller announcements, but you never know. And that's not all we've heard about in terms of major gaming reveals coming this week. Sony appears to also be going a bit hard. And yes, this is Sony as in the company that is skipping E3 entirely this year. They will not be doing a press conference or have a booth presence on the show floor, but that hasn't stopped them from making some headlines. There's a rumor floating around that we're going to be getting a Last of Us 2 trailer this week, and the game is supposedly getting a fall release date. A couple of websites have been reporting on that. And in the confirmed news camp, Kojima Productions just tweeted this out. The countdown of Death Stranding has started. May 29th. Create the rope. So it would appear on the Sony side we're in store for at least a major Death Stranding reveal. Perhaps we'll get a gameplay trailer with, even a release date for that. And May 29th is 2 days from now. So I think it actually can be argued that E3 has sort of already begun unofficially. This week has just started and announcements are coming fast and furiously. We talk a lot about how E3 is dying or not dying, and I think this is an interesting development in that discussion. Technically, these events aren't going to be a part of E3, but they kind of are. They're not set during the official dates, but these dates were also chosen for a reason. Things do kick off, like I said, in less than 2 weeks. Gamers at this point are already setting in for E3. Rumors and discussion videos are dropping left and right. Even if you're not setting the stuff up on the big stage, you're still definitely benefiting from that spotlight. I personally feel like these actions are more so recognizing that the show is just getting more and more packed as more companies do more press conferences, live streams, etc. Like, think about this. Yes, Nintendo doesn't do the standard live stage presentation at E3 anymore, but they do the Nintendo Direct and those Nintendo Treehouse live streams all throughout the show, meaning they have more going on now than ever before, and it's similar with a lot of other companies. There are just so many things happening nonstop, you could have your eyes glued to E3 coverage throughout the whole week and still end up missing out on a lot of stuff. And that's usually one of the reasons I often advocate for less focus on E3 and having these companies space stuff out more. It's because of just, how much stuff gets crammed into these few days. It's just a constant barrage of announcements to the point where things do often tend to blend together. Like, Microsoft's conference, right, is set to be 2 hours long this year. That's just one of the conferences on that one day. It gets to be too much, in my opinion. And I think this is a good way to help keep E3 alive as this, global major gaming event. Again, clearly these companies want to try and keep all eyes on them when they make their announcements. And it's hard when it's like, some other company just announced their major thing an hour earlier, and then another company is going to announce a major thing an hour after yours. But having these spread out more will give the reveals more time in the spotlight and give viewers, the players, more time to digest all this news, and perhaps even more importantly, just, giving us some breathing room again between all these announcements. I've always said that even though I think E3 continues to have less of a reason to exist as, the major gaming event for all companies each year, I definitely wouldn't ever want to see it disappear completely. Even if it doesn't make as much sense in the age of streaming to have so much happen at once, when these companies can share whatever they want, whenever they want, directly with us. It's a cool event for the gaming masses, something we look forward to every year. It's our Super Bowl, our WrestleMania. And if it is going to continue to be that major event, yeah, I think it's really good that we spread things out a bit more. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on these pre-E3 announcements in the comments. Do you like seeing stuff sprinkled throughout this lead up to the big show, or would you prefer they kept everything contained to just those few days? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of pre-E3 showcases that are coming soon. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you want to keep the conversation going, hit me up on Twitter @JohnnyZakari, and join my Discord, Shy Guy and Friends. Link to both in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.